Alright guys, so we're on to gift guide numero dos, which is going to focus on the men in our lives. Boyfriend, brother, dad. This is kind of focusing on that area, but of course, pretty much everything I'm mentioning in this, I own myself, so clearly this is not limited to men, but it's just kind of a guideline because I feel like these are things that men would like. So, to start off, we'll think of something that could work for all three, but I probably would think of it more so for a close guy friend or a boyfriend, and that is the fragrance sampler from Sephora. I did mention that from the Makeup Lovers gift guide as well, but this one is the colognes, and so it comes with 12 samples of colognes, comes with a Jack Black post-shave cooling gel, and then it comes with a gift certificate to go to Sephora and pick out a favorite of these. So I think this is a really great thing for a guy just because, you know, you want them to smell good, obviously. They generally want to smell good. And if they're looking for a new cologne, because I know a lot of guys get into like the signature scent kind of thing. Hi, pretty. You want to say hi? Everybody loves you. Here, you gonna cry? You gonna cry? What? You want a gift guide? You want a what Kiki wants gift guide? Kiki's guide to the holidays? Yeah? Maybe we'll do it next week. Oh, I guess not. I feel like I have hair on my lip tart. So anyways, overall, I think that this is definitely worth checking out. It's $50 and it's, yeah, like I said, a good way to look for a new cologne and yeah. And then something else that I found this year, I use this every single day. And I think that it would be a really good gift for somebody, especially somebody who is tech savvy, I guess, and likes, you know, gets a lot of their movies online, is this is called the, it's by Western Digital, and it's called the WDTV Live. It's on Amazon, I believe, for $65, $70. I actually own two of these. I have one downstairs and one up in my room because it lets you stream basically everything from your computer, so you can stream any folder. It doesn't have to be on iTunes. Movies, TV shows, pictures, music, easy way to go about that. I know that there's things like Apple TV that kind of do the same thing, because this also lets you watch, you know, Netflix, YouTube, Spotify, any of those music and video programs. But the reason I like this a little bit more than Apple TV, one, it is less expensive, and then two, the remote is actually makes sense to me because the Apple TV remote is like this little thing that I've lost many a time because I used to own one. So I really like the way that this is set up. I think it's worth looking into if you know somebody that has a lot of, you know, movies or music and wants to be able to play it on their TV. I adore this thing. On the subject of things that I adore as well is my all-time favorite music need in my life, which are my Sonos Players. Now, Sonos is really expensive, so if this was something that you were considering, I absolutely would recommend like combining forces. If you've got like a brother or sister or like your mom, something like that would be a good idea because these are very expensive. But Sonos are essentially music speakers, but they you can connect them to your router, or you can buy like the bridge to connect it to your wireless system, and then you control it through your smartphone or your iPad, iPhone, Android, anything like that. I use this every single day, and it's actually really cool because the way that it works. So this is the controller, and you could see all the different rooms that I have it in, and they're all connected. But if I wanted to, I could just click group and unconnect them and have a different song in every single room. But I don't want to do that, so I connect them all. I'm trying to read this backwards. And then it lets you, that's my song of the week, I can't stop listening to it. But it lets you play from anything. So music library, your iPhone, radio, Pandora, Rhapsody, Songs, Spotify, anything you want. And it's just so much easier than like connecting your iPod and doing that, I think. So these are pretty expensive. They have two types. There's the Play 3 and the Play 5. Play 3 is, I believe, $299, and Play 5 is $3.99. This was a big investment on my part, but I have one in every single room in my house, and it's really cool to like be able to stand, you know, be downstairs and then go upstairs and do something in my makeup room and have the music still be clear and loud. And so if you're really into music, then, or you know someone that's really into music and you're looking for like a big gift, this could be kind of cool. In the same realm of Sonos, there's also the Bose speaker, which might be a more practical investment because it is wireless in the sense that it connects to Bluetooth and it can be unplugged. The Sonos speakers cannot be unplugged. They won't work if you unplug them from the wall. The Bose speaker will charge and you can actually take it around and it's portable. I got my Bose speaker back in April and I've brought it with me on every trip I go on. So the Bose speaker is around $250, $300, I think. So again, it is kind of expensive, but it sounds amazing. So it's really nice for, you know, if you're traveling, going to the beach. I brought it with me to basically every hotel that I've been to. It's not small though, so, you know, if you're okay with the sound coming out of your iPhone, more power to you. So good for, you know, if you're going out of town with some friends, having music in the hotel room, or if you're in an apartment, you can't have your music like super loud. It gets loud, but like not like, you know, a big stereo would. So the Bose and the Sonos are both really great options for music lovers. And on that same page, you know, if you were looking for something for a music lover that's not quite as extravagant as a speaker, you can always look into getting a subscription to Rhapsody or Spotify or Pandora. I recently gave in and bought a subscription to Pandora because I could not deal with listening to Pandora in my car and every other song being an ad. So it's like I think it was $36 for an entire year, which really isn't that bad considering how much I use it. So that's another thing to look into. Another thing on the electronics end, I guess a lot of these products I'm talking about are electronic stuff, but I think it works for the subject, is a universal remote. This might sound kind of weird, but if your family or is anything like mine, my parents right now use a TiVo remote that must be 4 years old. All the numbers are rubbed off of it. You can't see, like, you can't see any of these. You kind of just have to go by memory or guess at what you're clicking. And the back is broken, so it's taped on by some clear tape that needed to be replaced about 6 or 7 months ago. So a universal remote is a really good option. I got mine when I first moved into my house. I got my TV set up, my WDTV that I showed you earlier. I got TiVo, I have a Blu-ray player, and then I have a sound bar for the sound. This was coming out to, how many things did I just say? Like 5 remotes for each everything. And I kind of immediately was like, this is not going to fly. So I went on Amazon and I bought a Logitech universal remote. I really enjoy it. I mean, it has like a screen and it will show you your favorite, yes, oh my gosh. It'll show you your favorite channels that you program. It's really easy to use. You plug it into your computer and it knows essentially every appliance, that's not the right word I want, like electrical, like TV component, there we go, that you could want. It knows my Xbox. It'll turn on Xbox, my WDTV. It controls the sound while I control TiVo, so I don't have to use 2 different remotes to control the sound. And it's all around a really good investment. Now, these range from expensive to really expensive, like $60 to, gosh, like $200 or so. And it sounds like a lot for a remote, but if, you know, the guy you're looking to get this for uses the TV a lot and they have a lot of different TV components like I do, then it definitely is worth it and it makes your life so much easier. So that's something I would absolutely recommend. I could not be happier with my universal remote. Something else that could be kind of a fun like side gift, not necessarily like a main gift, is to head over to decalgirl.com. I've talked a lot about Decal Girl on Twitter and in the past because I've purchased a lot of skins there. They sell decals, essentially like skins for every electronic appliance ever. So for example, this is my laptop and this is a skin from Decal Girl and it's upside down, but it is a peacock. I love these types of colors, so it really works for me. But like for example, this is the MacBook Air one, so you get one for the top, but then you also get a skin for the inside of the computer. It's really easy to apply them as well. I've gotten them for pretty much every iPhone I've ever had. My old Kindle had one, my old laptop had one. They sell them for the Wii, Xbox, PlayStation, Wii, I believe they have it for the controls. So, I mean, it's kind of a neat idea, and they have tons and tons of different skins, and I think, I'm not sure if they do the, like, design your own skin, but I do know that you can do that online. So that could be kind of a cool idea, just as, like, a side gift, because they're, like, $20. And that way it's kind of, like, really customizes and makes your electronics unique. So in addition to those kind of bigger presents, there's always some online options that I definitely always make sure I look for when I'm thinking about getting a present for a guy. First and foremost would be Thinkgeek. If you've never been to thinkgeek.com and you're like a nerd, you're missing out. I swear it's amazing. They have the coolest nerdy geeky stuff ever. I recently, this is something I would recommend to everyone, is this Tetris lamp that I recently got, and it has, each piece has an LED lights in it, and they are all separated. So you turn it on, and then you can connect them in any possible Tetris combination, and they'll all light up once they connect. I love it, and everyone that's come over so far and seen it is like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So Thinkgeek, I found a lot of cool stuff on there, and they've got like Star Wars, Star Trek, Tetris, Mario. There's a ton of cool nerdy stuff that's definitely worth checking out. Another favorite for gifts is Threadless. Threadless has a ton of user-made t-shirts. So the t-shirts all have different designs on them. A lot of them are pretty nerdy. I went through a phase where I bought so many Threadless shirts. I have like 2 drawers upstairs are full of just Threadless shirts. Their shirts normally are around $20. I know last week they did a $10 sale, and I bought a few shirts for some presents, and they'll probably do it again. They just have some really clever ideas, and like one of the shirts that I have is of Mario, and he's in like an alleyway giving one of the Mario coins to Toad, who's giving him a bag of mushrooms like it's a drug deal, and I thought it was hilarious. And there's just like, there's a ton of different stuff, so that one's definitely worth checking out. And then something else, especially for dads, I think this is good, is to look onto Groupon and Living Social and Amazon deals. All of those deal sites generally have, they change every single day. I make sure, if I'm awake at midnight, which I usually am, I will go on to Groupon and see what the daily deals are. And they usually last a few days, but they have a lot of local kind of stuff. Groupon does Groupon goods as well, where you can buy like items online, so you don't have to go somewhere to use it. But overall, getting local deals is really cool, because some of the things I've seen are like an hour on a raceway driving like a super race car. There's been like flight lessons, horseback riding, you know, learning, like all sorts of stuff like that. So if you know your dad, or, you know, whoever you're thinking of getting a gift for is interested in learning something, or really has a hobby that they like, that'd be something to check out Groupon and the like, just to make sure, you know, maybe there's a deal that will interest them. But on top of all of these things, and with every gift guide and every gift that you get, if you're buying something online, please, 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 please remember to use Ebates if you can, and Retail Me Not. Ebates is a cashback website where you sign up, you type in whatever website you're going to, you click a link through Ebates, and it'll give you anywhere. I've seen from 1% cashback all the way up to like 10. If you're thinking about getting magazine subscriptions for someone, it's like 50% cashback. So definitely check out Ebates, which I will link to below. And then Retail Me Not, please, please, just for me, never make a purchase online without searching Google for a promo code. No matter what store you're on, except Amazon, they really don't do that. Go onto Google and type whatever store, blah, blah, promo code. Or just go to Retail Me Not, because that's generally the first option anyways, and you'll get a list if there's any promo codes, which usually this time of year, there's going to be some, so you can get the cashback with Ebates, and then you can usually get an additional discount through Retail Me Not. Alright, so I think I've covered all of the things that I would consider with this, with getting a gift for brother, dad, or boyfriend, or close guy friend, whatever have you. And then I will see you guys on Monday for either another gift guide or a tutorial. I haven't decided yet. So I'll see you soon.